And when thy Lord said unto the angels, Lo, I am about to place a viceroy in the earth, they said, Wilt thou place therein one who will do harm therein and will shed blood, while we hymn thy praise and sanctify thee? He said, Surely I know that which ye know not. Lo, Allah hath bought from the believers their lives and their wealth, because the garden will be theirs. They shall fight in the way of Allah, and shall slay and be slain. It is a promise which is binding on him in the Torah and the Gospel and the Koran.
Count started. Go ahead.
I don't need a
you do not need that. Okay, what do you want? So go ahead.
Regarding like you're talking about like why is it repeated?
What?
The verse, you said that the verse is repeated.
Yeah. What
the reason is because as human beings, we learn by repetition.
Oh.
So the reason why I chose this verse, this chapter, was regarding like other faiths, talking about Muslims, like maybe they should become Christians. And even you were bragging like you made Indonesians become Christians. So this chapter is related to the subject, because like our Creator says like that we should defend our religion.
Why you should defend the religion? Can't he defend his religion? Can't Allah defend his religion?
No, because it's directed to us. Like if someone comes to us and tries to tell us like, we should become Christians, then we're just gonna respectfully tell them no. This is your religion.
Guys, Zahrah, she said that the reason they repeat the same sentence, which is stupid. She said this is not because a human being they cannot learn unless we repeat to them. But if this is the case, we should repeat in every chapter in the Quran. We should say the same term the same way all over the Quran. So why only in this one it's coming this way? Secondly, why Muhammad says I worship not what you worship, and you worship what I worship, or you will worship, and later all of them they became worshiping what he worshiped. So Muhammad is a false prophet. He was saying nor you will worship what I worship, nor I will worship what you worship, and later all of them they are worshiping one God. So Muhammad is a false man. He made a false prophecy. Go ahead, answer.
Like I told you before, this is directed to us. Like it was directed to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what you should tell people that try to convince Muslims.
No, this is
because
not,
our Creator
but you are
is
talking,
all-knowing.
But this is
God knows the future.
You will say to me. This is you will say to me, right? Okay. So you say to me, I worship not what you worship, and I am from Quraysh, and my name is Khalid bin Walid. And then later I convert to Islam. So this is a false prophecy. When Muhammad he said that,
they forced? None of the people were forced to become Muslims.
Hold on. No. We will show you. Okay, let us say they are not forced. This is even proven more to be horrible, because if he did not force them and they still convert to Islam, that means Muhammad here he made a lie. He said to them, you will not worship what I worship, and later they worship what he worshiped. He was talking to who? He was talking to Quraysh, and Quraysh all of them became Muslims. So I don't worship what you worship, nor you worship what I worship. You will not worship what I worship, nor I will worship what you worship. And later all of them they worship together the same God. So it's a false prophet, false God, false prophecy.
No, because this is still relatable. Until today the Quran is relatable.
No, he was speaking.
Look at your chat, people telling me praying for me to become a Christian. I will never become a Christian.
Let me ask you.
From the day I'm born to the day I'm dying, I'll be a Muslim.
Good for you. So you will have sex in the heaven with 70 men.
We don't have that.
What do you mean?
So I don't
how
know
how many men will sleep with you in heaven?
We don't have the men becoming that. We have other like houris.
Okay, so if I convert
and that's another
to Islam,
subject.
Okay, Zahrah, I want to explain to me. I don't mean to insult you. If I convert to Islam now, Allah promised me I will have 70 Zahrah like you, or 72.
No.
How many Zahrah I will have?
You know, you have a really disgusting way of debating. Like if you're gonna debate, why can't you just be serious?
I am serious.
It shows your character.
Are you making fun of Allah's words? Isn't it the Quran says Allah will promise them virgins in the
You're
heaven.
not gonna get me.
Why
You're
not?
gonna get like
Why
there's different creation. Our creator.
What
By
do
the way,
what do you mean? Okay. What do you will go? Allah will put you in the disposal. What do you mean? I will not get you. I will get who?
Our creator has created different creation.
Okay, well, no problem. No, it's you. What the different creation? Listen, you. When you go to heaven, how many husbands you will have?
Just one.
Okay, and the husband you have, how many?
The husband I have.
How many women?
I'm married to. I'll be married in in paradise.
Hold on. And he, how many women he will have?
Just one.
Where do you get this from? Are you lying?
The ones that are promised houris.
Zahra, you are a liar. I challenge you in front of everybody. I'm listening. Show me where in the Quran or in the Hadith it says.
I just heard like the martyrs.
No.
I know the verses about the martyrs.
No.
I'm gonna get
you are a liar.
The creation of
you are a liar. You are a liar. Certified.
I'm not
one.
a liar.
Okay,
you are the liar.
I'm going to give you all the time you want.
You live by lying.
Okay, prove me wrong. Prove to me that you, as a Muslim woman and Muslim man, will have only one woman in the heaven. I am listening. Go ahead. Prove to me. You are a liar.
I don't have the specific hadith in front of me,
what
but
if I show you the hadith says that the Muslim man will have a lot of women in heaven?
That's for the martyrs.
What, for what? No, not for the martyr. Listen, Zahra, I don't have time for kids. Get lost. As you see, they have no answer. The reason repeating the verse because a human being will not understand until he repeat. Well, you don't understand until now. He will go, you are repeating the Quran for centuries. If I give you any verse in the Quran, you will say Allah knows best what he meant. Same time, if this is need repeat to understand, what about complicated issue? If such a silly chapter need to repeat so you might understand. I don't worship what you worship. This one we need to repeat it so we can understand. And again, you did not answer about the Quran making a false prophecy about those who don't worship what I worship, because later they worship what he worship, and Muhammad himself, he worship what they worship. He bowed down to the idols and he worshiped them. Now you said that a Muslim man, he will have one woman. You are a big fat liar, shame on you. But that according to Islam will take you to heaven, which means according to Zakir Naik, brother, anyone remember what Zakir Naik, they asked him about the hur? They said to him, Indian women, she said to him, why the Muslim man will have 72 hur, and the Muslim woman, she will not have that. He said, brother sister, first of all, the word hur is a plural word, and it's possible to be male and female. Which means, according to the Quran, it doesn't say that hur is going to be for male or female. And your sister, in the heaven of Allah, you will have 70 hur too. So she will have 70 men to F her. Which is absolutely false. Because the Quran says that the word hur is about females. How we know that? Read carefully and laugh. Zakir Naik. Chapter 56, chapter 55, verse number 74. It says, Lam yatmuthahun. In Arabic, the word noon, the letter noon here, is something we use only for female. It's called noonun nuswa, the noon of female. This is a letter we add at the end of a word to make it specifically, to make it clear that this is for females. And the word itself says yatmuthahun, which means they will bleed and lose their virginity. So the stupid Zakir Naik claim that this is not about female women who will be jailed inside their tents, who no genie and no human did have intercourse with them. If we change the translation, because every translator here will give you his own scam, look what the translation, the accurate translation say. This is the most accurate translation exists for this verse. Wherein both of those Medians restraining their gallants upon their husbands, not wives, whom no man, no genie. It says in Arabic, Lam yatmuthahunna insun wala jan. No man, no genie. What yatmuthahunna mean? Read with me carefully. has opened their hymens with sexual intercourse before them. Now, how many women those women are? This woman, she said, one man, one woman. You are a certified liar. Look what Muhammad said. We can show you tons of verses and hadith, which is sahih. But let us take this one for fun. Sahih al-Bukhari. The scam of Sahih al-Bukhari. She said, one man, one wife. The Prophet of Allah, and she said only for the murder. Yeah, right. For the first batch of people who will enter paradise will be glittering like a full moon, and the batch next to them, they will be glittering like a most brilliant star. And by the way, Muhammad, he made a mistake here. He think that the moon is more bright than a star. So the first batch, supposedly they are the more noble, but yet they are glittering like a moon. And the second batch, they are glittering like a star. Muhammad, he think the moon is more shiny than a star. And then he says, their heart will be like the heart of a single man, for there will be neither enmity or etc., etc. And then he says, everyone will have two wives from the houris, who will be beautiful, pure, and transparent. The marrow of the bones of their legs will be shown, and they will see the marrow of their inside their flesh. This is from the hur, but this is not the whole number. Let me show you the other hadith. Read carefully with me. Liar. Every Muslim man will have one woman, right? Hold on. Oh boy. Here the hur al-ain, they will sing for you. Look at this hadith, by the way. The Prophet of Allah said, whenever a woman harms her husband in this world, that without any do right, his wife among the houris, many of them says, you must not harm him. May Allah destroy you. He is only passing guest for you. He is my husband. Leave my husband alone. Let us show more. Hold on. All right. Okay, hold on. Let us find some reference. One man, one man, one woman. Muslims. I mean, can you find a Muslim is truthful, is honest? It doesn't matter. They are old, they are young, they are possessed. All right. Let us see. Let us see if we can find this one in. There is none among whom Allah will admit to paradise, but will marry him to 72 wives, 2 from the houris and 70 from the inheritance of the people of hell, all whom have desirable front passages, and he will have a male member that will never become flaccid. So at least, and by the way, this is the lowest number. If we go to different hadith, it says, because the number change, depend who you are. But the lowest Muslim, he will get that. The lowest Muslim. We will make carefully. At least of the people of heaven. At least of the people of heaven. Who is the least? Which means the bad Muslim. He will have, read carefully with me. This is not me talking, this is your prophet. He will have 80,000 little boys, servants, and 72 wives. This is the lowest reward, not the highest. He shall have a tent of pearl and cardamom set up for him. Do you see it? Now you can read like the rest of the stupid story here. So when they say to you, in the heaven, brother, we will have one wife only, this is not true, we will have 70, you will have a lot more. In different hadith actually it says 80,000. The heaven of Allah supposedly is 100 floor. Even the Quran says that in the heaven of Allah there will be fakihun, busy fakihun, doing busy stuff. What is the busy stuff? Let us see. This is the filthy religion of Islam. وَإِنَّ أَصْحَابَ الْجَنَّةِ الْيَوْمَ فِي شُغْلٍ فَاكِهُونَ, chapter 36 verse number 55. Okay, what they will be doing in that day, what does that mean? If you read a Muslim translation, it doesn't say anything. It's a lie. Let us go and see what they will be doing literally in that day. 36:55. They will be busy. Aha. Let us see what the Abdul will be busy. They will be deflowering Zahrah. Do you see it, guys? What the Muslims are doing in the heaven of Allah, they are doing bang bang. In the Muslim translation for the Quran, they did not explain to us. They say they will be having fun, but the Quran speak about something else. They will be literally effing women, opening their private part which never been used before, brand new, deflowering virgins. And not only that, each time you sleep with the virgin, she become a virgin again. And if you don't believe me, we can show you the reference. You can go actually get my book 6 and Allah, and you can read it.